New Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay. When's it coming? Let me tell you. Today we're going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay and when I think we're going to see more of it. It's been a month now since we saw our first look at Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay at Ubisoft Forward. So again, it sparks the question, when's the next gameplay going to come? When are we going to see more? Are we going to see trailers? Are we going to see TV promos? Are we going to see billboards? I think we're going to see all of that and probably more. Let's get into it. But of course, if you're new to this channel and want to stay up to date with everything Assassin's Creed Shadows and beyond, consider pressing the subscribe button. And yeah, let's just get into it. So yeah, as we know, we got Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay on June 12th. It was a deep dive. We got to see both characters being Yasuke and Naoe. I still don't know if I'm saying Yasuke correctly. It could be Yasuke, Yazuke. I don't know. Maybe you can let me know in the comments. But what we saw was a deep dive. I put it in quotation marks because, you know, we saw how gameplay works. It's exactly the same as the last few Assassin's Creed games, really, with a few enhancements. We saw the world, but again, not much of it. We got a dive. I wouldn't say a deep dive, just a dive. And of course, that begs the question, when are we going to see more? A proper deep dive into the worlds, the different cities, the landscapes, other characters that you'll come across in your journeys, viewpoint synchronization. Apparently that's not going to be in the game anymore, but there's going to be something different. You know, we want to see what all of this is about. Customization, I could go on. When are we going to see more of that? To me, that's a deep dive. If we look back at Assassin's Creed Mirage, what we saw was deep dive. Again, it wasn't that much of a deep dive, but it was basically the same sort of format gameplay demo they show. You infiltrate a camp, you kill an enemy, you escape. That's what they do. So we saw that for Mirage, and then not even a month later, maybe a month and a half actually later, we got a 3-part series explaining the world of Baghdad, the characters, and what have you. So are we going to see something like that with Shadows? Yeah, we probably will, but I think it will be a much more of a marketing push. Assassin's Creed Mirage didn't really have a marketing budget. It just had its few videos, its few trailers, and that was kind of it, because it was a lower budget game. They weren't riding on it as much as they are on these bigger games such as Odyssey, Valhalla, Shadows now. So I do think we will see something similar to that in the next coming months. I would speculate we're going to see something like that along with a deeper dive into gameplay, characters, world, story, maybe late August or early September. And I'll tell you why I think that'll be when it is. I think from mid-September, maybe even late to early October, we're going to get this big marketing push for Assassin's Creed Shadows, you know, leading up to release. We're going to get billboards with Yasuke and Naoe standing back to back. We're going to get maybe TV spot trailers where we have a sort of minimized, smaller trailer that will go on TV, you know, in the adverts. And for an example of what that could be like, just look at the AC Revelations TV spot, and that's the one that comes to mind first, but, you know, they did it for pretty much every mainline Assassin's Creed game. Now, during this marketing push, I do believe we're going to see a series of different trailers, you know, a story trailer, the music of AC Shadows, interviews with the developers, specific character profile trailers for Yasuke, Naoe, and maybe other characters that are interwoven with the story of AC Shadows. I think this is going to be a really busy time for content on AC Shadows before the game releases. Again, I think this is going to come between sort of late September all the way through to probably after release, you know, with TV trailers and billboards and still that having a marketing push after the game comes out. Obviously with likely updates saying, you know, available now, out now, rather than pre-order now. So yeah, this is my personal speculation based off of what we've seen in older Assassin's Creed games and, you know, the marketing push leading up to the release of each game. Valhalla had a big one. Again, Mirage didn't because it was a much smaller game. It was a mainline game, but it wasn't really seen as that, you know, internally. Knowing that AC Valhalla was Ubisoft's most sold Assassin's Creed game of all time when it comes to initial sales, pre-orders, and what have you, you best believe that Ubisoft are going to go all in with Assassin's Creed Shadows and they're going to market the hell out of it. Think about it like this. You're going to walk through your city, wherever that may be, wherever it is in the world, and a bus will drive by you. And you know, on buses, they have those sort of signs that kind of go like that, like a T shape like that. It's going to have Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's going to have the characters on the bus. You'll look behind you. There's a big billboard. Assassin's Creed Shadows, November. It's going to have everything. They're going to go all in. You might even see trailers for Assassin's Creed Shadows in the cinemas. I think I may have seen a trailer for Assassin's Creed Mirage in the theater when I was watching a movie once. I can't remember. I think I did. So yeah, it's going to be this big encapsulation of AC Shadows, hammering it home. Everyone and your fucking grandma knows about it, that type beat. And leading back to actual physical gameplay, the game running, and us actually being able to see how the game works. What comes with a big marketing push, again, is going to be gameplay demos, deep dives, maybe with a voiceover going, Assassin's Creed Shadows, you will have the beautiful world of Japan, and you will have all these characters and the armor, that type of thing. It's going to be that. It's going to be prolific, prevalent, whatever. Now, I just want to hammer home this point that this isn't based off of insider secrets I know. I don't know anything, mate. This is based off my speculation and looking back at Ubisoft's track record with how they market their games, how they push them out to the public, what they show on YouTube, what they show on TV, and how they sort of mix all that together in an amalgamation of Assassin's Creed juicy shit. Also, from what I understand, Ubisoft have alluded to the fact that we might have Hidden Blade combat as a returning feature in Assassin's Creed Shadows. They're going to want to show all of that stuff off to really get the OG players as well as the new players and players who haven't even played the series before. They want to get everyone interested. And what better way to do that is to just show more of the game, show what they think looks good and stuff like that. Now, there's one more point I do want to touch on, and that is Assassin's Creed Infinity. Now, if you don't know what Assassin's Creed Infinity is, it's Ubisoft's confirmed future live service, live hub for every Assassin's Creed project going forward from AC Shadows. Now, they have confirmed that Assassin's Creed Shadows will be the first game available solely through the AC Infinity live service. Thing is, they haven't showed this service to us. They've showed the game, but they haven't showed us anything to do with this live service. We don't know how it's going to work, but they're also allowing for pre-orders for the game. So it's like, how's this going to work? There's also been rumors, and I will specify it's rumors, that the AC Infinity live service could have a monthly subscription model. So how's that going to work? We've already pre-ordered AC Shadows, so how is that going to be incorporated into something we've already paid for? Yeah, there's a lot of questions that have not been answered, and they need to be answered before the game comes out. You can't just drop this live service with no info on how it works with the game on day one. You can't do that. So at some point between now and the release of AC Shadows, Ubisoft have to drop a fucking ton of information on AC Infinity and how that's going to work with the release of AC Shadows and beyond, with AC Hexe, Invictus, and on and on and on. As well as that, any prior AC games are probably going to be now only available on this AC Infinity live service. So again, we need to know more. So to summarize, I do think we're going to see a heavy push of Assassin's Creed Shadows in the next coming months, really. Maybe something small, sort of late August, early September. A bit of radio silence for a few months with a few maybe tweets here and there. And then as you hit sort of late September, early October, they really go all in with the marketing push. You got it on TV, you got it on billboards, you got loads of new YouTube videos and trailers about AC Shadows, interviews. I could go on. A big marketing push to the end of the year. The game releases, then they have a sort of smaller sort of marketing push to, get people to go out and buy the game now it's out. And Christmas hits, the game is a massive success, probably financially, and they go like this. They go like this. You know what I mean? Yeah. What do you guys think, though? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Is there anything I missed? Something I completely forgot about? Let me know. We'll get a conversation going in the comments and build that AC community. Now, before I end this video, I do just want to give a little channel update for the people that have, subscribed to me for a while and care. Most of you probably don't, and you're probably just here for the AC news, and if that's the case, you can just tune out now, because, this is for the people that sort of, subscribed to me for a while and, are interested where the channel's going. So, yeah. Right now, my TikTok account is kind of blowing up. I've sort of just randomly started getting like a fuck ton of views on there. So a lot of my focus has now gone back onto that short form content and, making stuff I can put on TikTok and, make me more money and followers and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, I do want to be able to do this full time. Right now I can't, I don't make enough money on it, and I do have a full-time job, and I'm trying to balance everything, social life, content creation, my full-time job. It's a lot. So I do hope one day to be able to just do this full-time, and focusing on the TikTok account right now is starting to push me in the direction where I could actually start to take this as a serious full-time thing. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of shorts going up on the Exile channel on YouTube, because when I put it on TikTok, I can just speed those up a little bit so they'll fit under the 60-second YouTube thing, and I can just chuck them up as YouTube shorts. So you're going to see a lot of that, but I am going to do videos like this, whenever I feel like I want to or have the time or need to. So you are always going to get long form content from me. As well as that, I'm very passionate about making big video projects that I really love making. A prime example of that recently is the AC2 video that I put out a few days ago, sort of an AC2 retrospective / review / should you buy in 2024. It's a good video. I enjoyed making it. Took me a lot of time, but it's alright. And if you haven't seen it already, I would recommend checking it out because it's sort of didn't do well views wise, but is what it is. I enjoyed making it. So yeah, I'm going to be making long form videos like that, as and when I can and want to. I'm planning on making a should you buy in 2024 retrospective video on all the Assassin's Creed games. I've done 1, 2, Odyssey, Mirage. So yeah, I've got a lot more to do, but Brotherhood's next. Once I've done Brotherhood, Revelations, and 3, I'm then going to kind of go in any order I want. I think after 3, I might go for Unity or Origins, something like that, and sort of, whatever I feel like playing, I'll make a video on. But obviously in between those, I'm going to try and do other videos such as rankings, long form Assassin's Creed lore content. There's a lot of ideas in my head, and there's a lot of stuff in the works. It's just, I'm only one man and I can only do it, as I have the time. So, bear with me, but there is a lot to come and I love making this stuff. So it's going to carry on being this way. On top of that, there's probably no point really me saying this yet because it's not out yet. It doesn't exist yet, but I am planning on making a second channel, which is going to be dedicated to Star Wars because I do love Star Wars. I feel like alongside Assassin's Creed, it's the other series that I feel like I have a lot to say about and I can sort of add to the conversation. I have a lot of thoughts about it, a lot to say, and that's how I started this channel. So it's called Jedi Exile. Of course, the Exile name came from Star Wars to start with, so it makes sense. I can't provide a link yet because there's nothing on the channel. However, when I drop my first video on that in the next coming days, I'll let you guys know. And if you like Star Wars, then you can check it out. If you don't, then you don't have to, and it's fine by me. Anyway, that's all the updates I have, really. If you want to support me on TikTok as well, then feel free. It's just Exile AC, or just type in Assassin's Creed, you'll probably find me. If you really want to support me, this is completely optional, but you can join and become a member today to my channel. It's $5 a month, and yeah, it just supports me, helps me, make this whole thing more of a full-time reality, which I'm working towards. I hope to do, maybe in the next year. I hope so, because, I like my job, but this is much more fun. So hopefully I can do this more. But again, it's completely optional. And it's just for, those sort of dedicated supporters if they want to support me, but no pressure. All right, guys, I love you. Make the Father of Understanding guide us. My Instagram and Twitter are linked in the description. The Father of Understanding guide us. I will love you. I will see you soon. I've got my outro now. Love you. Goodbye.